It's a stacked card, and it includes another great fight on there that I mean it that almost could possibly be a main event in itself. Now it's safe to say, voice, that when the nail Oleksandr Gvozdyk meets El Bandero Rojo, David
Okay.
Benavidez. That's my favorite nickname for him. This is going to be for the interim WBC light heavyweight title, of course, also at the MGM Grand. Now, pleasantries will not be exchanged. Instead, voice, it feels like a school fight between one looking to prove himself against a giant dismissing his opponent. Now, when the nail has been solely focused on Benavidez, many voices don't feel that the champ is focused on him. Instead, he's focused on Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
He's dismissing his upcoming opponent, voice, and he's doing this literally in every media scrum. Benavidez went as far as speaking of Canelo being next, as if the current bout was already pre-decided. He stated, "We've worked extremely hard, and we're going for the knockout this Saturday. I really believe it's going to happen," referring to the Canelo fight. When I don't know, but we're 100% ready to get that fight and get that victory as well. So I mean, he's speaking in those terms. Now, when they were speaking with Alexander, he didn't really seem dejected. He seemed more like he's focused, and he's actually kind of relishing the opportunity that David is going to overlook him. He said he has more pro fights, and he's like a seasoned pro fighter. I think in terms of professional experience, we're kind of even. He's a very tough guy and a very big challenge, and it's hard to think of things that he hasn't seen before. But I'm going to try to do things more efficiently and effectively. He went on to say he's human, and I don't believe in monsters. He's a very strong guy, and I believe that. This is why I'm training hard to be able to compete with him over 12, 15, or even 20 rounds. Now, when you look at Benavidez, we talked about him looking past and actually looking ahead to him. The one thing you have to remember is the Nail is a former sparring partner of Canelo. Ole actually went ahead and stated, "Hey, I appreciate if he underestimates me. I'm counting on him being the best version of himself, and if he underestimates me, then that's the perfect point where I'll make things easier for myself. We're not going to have a tough war, and we're going to have a big fight at the same time." Now, voice, as far as Benavidez is concerned, however, he's literally saying his whole goal is to leave no doubt ahead so that Canelo has to fight him and not put the fight off. He went on to talk about how he plans to not only conquer this fight, but the light heavyweight division and the super middleweight division. He said, "Whoever comes to the plate, they can get it. I'm ready to fight whoever and beat whoever." Voice, it almost sounds like they're preparing for two different fights, as if Benavidez doesn't know that he has a bout coming up at MGM Grand. What do you make of this between these two?
It's very interesting. Now, Benavidez talking about Canelo. This is not anything new. He's been talking about him for quite some time. As a matter of fact, most people have been talking about Canelo and Benavidez for quite some time, with the exception of Canelo. He's the only one that's not talking about it. So whether or not that happens, we don't know. And here's the thing about that. Anyone in Canelo's weight class or around it that's doing anything, they're going to call him out, because he's still, he's still the biggest draw in boxing, at least until, or which we don't know about, but at least until Tyson gets back in the ring, because that will definitely eclipse anything that anyone else has done this year. But Canelo is it. Canelo's the man, so you should be saying something about him, because you want Canelo to talk about you, because you want to get some of that shine that Canelo has, and hopefully some of that real shine, that those coins, by getting a fight. Now, I don't see that fight happening unless Turkey gets in it and throws a whole lot of money. As a matter of fact, last time Canelo said anything about Benavidez, he was like, "Yeah, you pay me $200 million. Sure, I'll fight him." So, he's already doing public negotiations. He definitely should not overlook Gvozdyk. Is Gvozdyk someone that he should match up well against? Yeah, he should. But let's not forget, Gvozdyk is an Olympic gold medalist. Gvozdyk comes from Ukraine, and all those Ukrainian Olympians recently have been upsetting and beating people. You know, not too long ago, Baranchik got not Baranchik, his name's Baranchik. Dennis Baranchik beat Navarrete. You know, Usyk beat Fury. Loma turned back the clock and stopped what's his name? Kambosos. So that Ukrainian boxing team, they're doing some things right now. So I would not overlook Gvozdyk. Here's another something. Lonnie B, who is a professional boxer, has sparred with both Benavidez and Gvozdyk. And he's like, look, Gvozdyk should have this. Gvozdyk is a real 175 pounder, not someone coming up from super middle. The last time that Benavidez weighed in, he weighed in at 167. So a pound under the weight that he needed to weigh in at. You know, is he a big guy? Yes, he is. And that's been to his advantage previously because he's been fighting the smaller guys. You won't be fighting the smaller guys this time. The power is different at 175 than it is at 168. Will you be able to be that monster that just keeps coming forward, shot after shot, round after round, and putting the pressure on? We don't know, because that's really his game. It's not necessarily a speed game, so it's not like he has a speed advantage. It's a endurance game. It's a I'm gonna keep pushing game. Can you do that with those extra pounds on you? Time will tell.
I mean, and I agree with you. People should not look past Gvozdyk. I mean, you know, he briefly retired in 2019, but this was after his only defeat. This was a WBC light heavyweight title bout against Artur Beterbiev.
Right, that's his only loss.
But since he's returned, voice, he's 3-0 in 2023 alone. So clearly he has it, and he still has the ability to do it. So it'll be interesting to see if Benavidez overlooking ends up getting him looked right to sleep, or if Benavidez is really right and he really is looking forward to Canelo and nothing's going to stop him. Either way, it's going to be an interesting bout. That's going to be a packed card. That's going to be a prime video. Like I said, make sure that you are following the voice. The voice always scores it, always gives you that understanding of exactly what happened with that excitement. That's going to be an awesome fight.